Imagine walking into a room and feeling an instant chill, not from the air, but from the way someone looks at you, that glance, that smirk, the subtle dismissal. It's as if they decided, without a word, that you don't matter. You feel it deep inside, an eruption of anger, pride, humiliation. But here's a truth almost no one teaches. Your reaction that moment defines everything about your future power. Some will explode. Some will apologize. Some will quietly seethe and fade away. But a rare few, they rise above. They turn disrespect into a mirror, showing them their own weakness. You are about to discover a mindset so sharp, so strategic, it turns every insult, every slight, into an opportunity. This isn't about revenge. It's about mastery. It's about becoming the kind of person who walks into any room and commands respect without raising a voice. By the end of this monologue, you won't just understand disrespect. You'll own your reaction to it. You'll know the difference between the impulse to strike and the power of restraint. You'll see how silence, timing, and perception can become your deadliest weapons. Your mission begins now. Are you ready to stop giving your power away and start building a reputation that makes people pause before they even think about testing you? Then lean in, because what you're about to learn will change how you navigate every interaction for the rest of your life. Redefining disrespect. Disrespect is not an attack on you. It feels personal. Your chest tightens, your hands clench, your mind races with indignation. But here's the secret. Disrespect is always a reflection of the other person, never of you. Let me illustrate. Imagine you're in a business meeting. You pitch an idea, and someone laughs, not politely, but like your idea is a joke. Your first instinct: defend yourself, argue, prove your intelligence. That is normal, but also predictable. And predictable is a weakness. Disrespect is a probe, a test. Every glance, every snide remark, every small insult is a measurement. People are constantly scanning the room, assessing who can be dominated, who can be influenced, who can be ignored. Your emotional response is the data they're collecting. A study from Dr. David DeSteno, psychologist at Northeastern University, shows that people unconsciously measure reactions to microaggressions to evaluate dominance. If you flare up, you've just revealed a crack in your armor. If you remain composed, your presence alone asserts control. Key insight: disrespect is a signal. It tells you more about them than it does about you. Your job is to interpret it strategically, not emotionally. The battlefield of everyday life. Every interaction is a battlefield, not literally, but socially and psychologically. Walk into a crowded cafe, a meeting room, a family gathering. There are hierarchies forming, invisible and fluid. Who's noticed, who's respected, who's feared. Humans are wired to assess threats. The amygdala, your brain's emotional alarm system, reacts faster than your rational mind. That's why an offhand insult can feel like a dagger. But mastery begins with recognition. The moment someone disrespects you, you are being scanned. And just like a chess player, your move matters far more than theirs. Think of disrespect as a social X-ray. It exposes insecurity, jealousy, and fear in others. It highlights who's threatened by your presence, your potential, your confidence. The person who mocks you is revealing what they cannot control, the power in you. Exercise. Next time someone dismisses you, mentally note, what is this revealing about them? Not your reaction, but their pattern. Over time, you'll see that most disrespect comes from weakness, envy, or fear, not malice. Insecurity versus power. Here's the rule nobody tells you. Secure people rarely disrespect others. Think of leaders you admire. CEOs, generals, Olympic champions. They don't tear people down to feel big. They are big enough already. Contrast that with insecure individuals. The colleague who undermines you, the acquaintance who spreads gossip, the friend who subtly mocks your success. These people strike first because they cannot tolerate your potential eclipsing theirs. Insight from behavioral psychology. Research from Dr. Roy Baumeister demonstrates that envy triggers defensive aggression. When people perceive someone as a threat to their self-worth, they attack emotionally, socially, or psychologically. The key takeaway? Disrespect is a reaction to your perceived power. Your emotional reaction is the proof they need to feel like they won. Lose control and you validate their attack. Stay calm, and suddenly, the power dynamic flips. This is a cornerstone of mastery. Reacting is emotional, responding is strategic. Reacting, your ego flares, words fly, emotions dictate action. Immediate, visible, predictable. Weakness, responding, you pause, you observe, you calculate, you act on your terms, not theirs. Strength, exercise, when faced with disrespect in the next 24 hours. Practice the 3-second rule. Count to 3 before speaking. Let your body settle. Let your mind catch up. Ask yourself, what is the most advantageous move right now? Notice the difference. Reaction burns your energy. Response preserves it. Reaction is visible to all. Response keeps them guessing. Modern example, the boardroom test. Picture this. You present a new project at work. Your idea is innovative, but a senior executive rolls their eyes, mutters under their breath, and says, "Let's be realistic here." Most people immediately defend, argue, or visibly bristle. They lose credibility by showing emotion. Now consider the strategist's approach. You pause, acknowledge nothing, continue presenting calmly, and subtly reinforce your value through clarity, evidence, and confidence. The room notices. The skeptic's energy dissipates. Your credibility rises. They just revealed their insecurity, and you've used it to strengthen your position. Key principle. The room mirrors your composure. React, and the room tilts against you. Respond, and the room tilts toward you. Disrespect is a teaching tool. Every insult, every eye roll, every dismissive word is a lesson disguised as aggression. Ask yourself, what does this teach me about the other person? What does this teach me about my own triggers? How can I turn this moment into an advantage? Thought experiment. Imagine every person who disrespects you as a piece on a chessboard. Their moves are predictable once you understand their motivations. Your goal is not to crush them immediately, but to use their behavior to anticipate the next move and control the board. Actionable step. Start keeping a disrespect journal. Record incidents and reflect on the action taken by the other person, your initial emotional reaction, your strategic response or ideal response. Over time, patterns emerge. You begin to see predictability in others and unpredictability in yourself, an asymmetrical advantage in any social interaction. Key takeaways from Section 1. Disrespect equals reflection of their weakness, not your value. Every interaction is a psychological battlefield. Reacting equals weakness. Responding equals strategic power. Silence, observation, and composure turn attacks into advantages. Use disrespect as data to anticipate behavior and control perception. Your mission in this section. Begin viewing disrespect not as a threat, but as an opportunity for strategic mastery. Internalize that knowledge, because everything else, silence, indifference, timing, reputation, builds on this foundation.